Hey everybody, it is John the Comic Guy. Krista is driving while I'm recording, and I just wanted to let everybody know today was the Absecon, New Jersey community yard sale. I did not end out getting a single comic book. However, I got a huge couple of record collections. So what I'm going to do is, today's a record edition of John the Comic Guy, and I'm going to show you the collection that I just picked up. So I picked up a pretty sizable record collection today. And actually, you see a box there, that's of 8 tracks as well. So I got some records and I got some 8 tracks. And I'm going to share with you guys the ones that I think are worth most looking at. Thanks. Today we're having a music edition. So if you are a comic fan and you're not interested in this, I am sorry to confuse you, but I attended the Absecon, New Jersey community yard sale. And I didn't actually get one comic. I got a lot of records, and if you're a music fan, if you're into vinyl records, if you're into 8 tracks, if you're into 45s, stay tuned. So let's get going with what I found today at today's Absecon community yard sale. So first, let's go with the 8 tracks. These are the ones I'm keeping. So you saw some pictures of the big carload of audio that I got. So the first is The Carpenters, A Song for You. I like it. I have it on vinyl, but I'm going to keep the 8-track version. If you guys are not 8-track fans, just know there's a little bit of a science behind it, because I can't just pop them in my one of 5 8-track players. I have to repair them first. I have to replace the splice. So in doing that, I'm going to open them up. I'm going to replace the splice. Then they're going to be perfectly playable. The second one is The Carpenters' Greatest Hits. I like this a lot. I have the vinyl on it. Listen to it every so often. I'm looking forward to having the 8-track as well. And if you guys are not aware, I not only have 8 tracks, I have cassettes, I have 5 open reel players. Sorry, I have 6 open reel players. I have like 4 turntables, including the MK1200 Technics. But my 8-track players are great as well. So I like to diversify. The next one, the last of the 3 I'm keeping. I'm trying to sell off in my my audio group the other 8 tracks I got, because they buy them. I'm going to try to sell them for like 50 cents each. But the other keeper I'm going to get is, I have multiple copies of this on vinyl. The Beach Boys' Endless Summer. This is a great tape, great recording, great record. Whatever you have, it is great. So I'm gonna enjoy that. I just, again, have to replace the splices on all 3 of those, and then they're gonna be perfectly fine. Now let me go through the 545s that I'm keeping. I ended up getting like 245s. Tomorrow I have Frank, who's he lives in South Jersey during the summertime, but he's a Chicago audio store owner. So he ends up buying all my duplicates, all my records. So he's coming by tomorrow to pick up the rest. So he's going to get about 250 albums, maybe more, about 245s that I'm not interested. The only ones I'm going to keep, and even the ones I even looked at, were the Beatles. So I got Let It Be from Apple. I got Now Capitol. And again, if you guys are audiophiles, I'm sure you record collectors, I'm curious on what you think. Sound off in the comment section. Do you like the European cuts more? Do you like the pressing from Capitol? Be perfectly frank, I'm not really much of a Capitol fan myself, even though I have them all, and I'll take them. But this is Baby You're a Rich Man, Capitol pressing. Day Tripper, and We Can Work It Out, Capitol. Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields Forever, Capitol. These are good 45s, right? A and B sides are both great. And All My Loving, excuse me. I got a little sun damage today. All My Loving and This Boy. I had to clean it off. Had a little bit of black mold on it, so I used some disinfectant wipes. And I haven't even spun clean these yet, but I'm going to ultimately spin clean them. But those are the 45s I got. For you audio folks, if you're watching this video, I'm very OCD, right? The comic community knows me, and they know I'm OCD about that. But the records, I spin clean them. I disinfected all the covers. I disinfect everything.
Now, let's look at the albums I got. I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'm keeping this Donnie and Marie record. It's also in plastic, the shrink wrap. So I'm gonna keep it. Krista and I are gonna listen to these and enjoy them. This one I kept nothing more for the cover. I don't know who Claytu is or Klaatu, but I got it. Whoever picked it up bought it for $7.92 out at a store years ago. But is that a nice cover or what, Klaatu? I'm curious on what that is. I don't know if it's progressive. It looks progressive to me, but I'm going to give that a shot. Got a little average white band now. I had this in really beat up condition. And as a comic collector and an audio collector, you know, I try to upgrade. I'll probably keep multiple copies. There comes a point in time that I won't keep too many multiple copies. I think at one time I had about 9 copies of Abbey Road. A couple of them were sealed. I'm becoming a hoarder. So, America. Well, this is Hideaway. America Hideaway. I did not have this one. I have like America's Greatest Hits, and I have a lot of America, but I didn't happen to have this one. So this is staying in my private collection. Simply because there's a time that I kind of like Sheena Easton. This is in shrink. It's open, but it's in shrink. I'm keeping this one. Sheena Easton, A Private Heaven. I think the big hit on this, and I wasn't really a big fan of it, but man, for now I'll keep it. I'll probably sell it off one day, is Sugar Walls. Whatever. I got a couple of Jackson albums. Jackson 5, Victory. I remember this came out. If I remember correctly, this came out around the same time Prince came out with When Doves Cry, right? With the Purple Rain. I remember they were kind of like these super albums, but I got to go with Prince on that one. I got Jackson's Triumph. This is an upgrade. I actually had a copy of this already. I'm going to sell that. This one is in really good condition. All the records that I'm keeping basically are in great condition. I got this, Michael Jackson's 14 Original Greatest Hit with the Jackson 5. What is this? Just some compilation. I don't know, but I never saw this or owned it before. So this is new. Also in shrink. Michael Jackson, Forever My Summer Love. With a bonus poster. I gotta check if it has the poster. I checked the album, but I don't think it has the poster in there anymore. But I'm keeping this. Never had it before. The Best of Michael Jackson. I think this. What song does this have in it that was big? Oh, Ben. Right, Ben. So I'm keeping this. Couple of Madonnas. These are upgrades. So the reason I'm showing you, even though I already had them in my collection, these are upgrades. So I'm going to keep it. This is in shrink. I love albums in shrink, and if you're audiophiles, I'm not going to tell you. The shrink has never affected me. You comic collectors, if you're sticking with me and you're one of my comic viewers, a lot of people in the audio world say, "Oh, shrink will warp the record." Hey, I don't know how much longer I got on this planet, but in the last 40 years, 45 years, shrink has never warped my records. And you know what? If they warp them in another 45, I ain't going to be here anyway. 45 Max single, Crazy for You. This also has Sammy Hagar, I'll Fall in Love Again, and Journey, Only the Young. So a lot of this is from the Vision Quest soundtrack, which, hold that thought, right? That's a preview. But again, I never saw this. I'm keeping it. The Jets. I always thought they were kind of a little popsy, but they have a couple of singles that I do keep on my playlist. So because of that, come on, I'm 58 years old. Do I have pride? Do I need to have pride? Should I be embarrassed by this? I don't know. Am I? I don't know. But I'm keeping it. Another one, Laura Branigan. This is an upgrade to mine. This is in shrink. Matter of fact, the record store that's coming by to buy the collection from me, that one is also pristine, but it's not in shrink. So I opted to keep the one in shrink. The Go-Go's are, Beauty and the Beat. This is in shrink, so this was an upgrade, but I'm still keeping my other copy. I noticed the colors are a little different. This has the blue. On the back, it has the pink. I have to research. I don't know if this is a newer pressing or an older pressing, but I figure I'll keep them both with this because this also has the hype stickers and the shrink. So I think that was a win. These are upgrades for me. I already have these. My lesser copies are going to the record store tomorrow. Tropico, upgrade for me. Get Nervous, upgrade for me. Neither has shrink, but they're really in good shape. Another upgrade for me. Men at Work. I have a lot of records, and I keep them in good condition. So when I'm upgrading existing copies, we're talking probably VG condition records, or near mint vinyl with VG covers, upgrading to a VG plus, possibly a near mint minus. But this cover really presents well. I never saw this one before. I'm keeping it. Janet Jackson. It's a single. What have you done for me lately? I like Janet Jackson. I think she's really good. So I'm keeping this for my private collection. All right. Guys, have you ever seen that video about Rick Astley? But whenever you need somebody, what is this? Never gonna give you up. All that. I never had that. When I was younger, I was a Van Halen guy. I was a Judas Priest guy, Motley Crue, right? I was into the harder stuff. So when I was younger, I probably had that. Am I gonna publicly listen to Rick Astley? Now, I'm all good with it. So time dulls us a little bit. We really don't have that kind of care. So I'm going to keep this for myself. By the way, as I'm just flipping through these. I hope you stick through me because I'm telling you, the last record I'm going to show you is the highlight of this whole collection, and I can't wait to play it. I didn't have this Rick Springfield. I saw him live. We saw him live at the Borgata Casino, and Loverboy warmed up for them. Before them, it was supposed to be, who was the Romantics, but they never showed. It was going to be Romantics, Loverboy, and then Rick and Romantics. What up with that? They didn't show up for the show, but yeah, I got food, and next thing I know is I'm eating fried dumplings, and Loverboy's on stage. It's great seeing shows at the casino. Great food, and it's just awesome. Do they know it's Christmas? This is an upgrade for me. This is just near mint all over the place, and I'm going to keep my other copy too. So now I'm going to file one with Band-Aid, and I'm going to file one with Christmas music. Again, guys, I'm OCD. If you guys are record people, I would say subscribe to my channel and ignore all the comic book stuff if you want. But when I dig through music stuff, you're going to see the real John. I'm a hoarder. I'm going to keep multiple copies. I have multiple copies of this now, and the reason I'm keeping this is it's sealed in shrink. So, and I listen to it. I love that song. I love this record. So I'm keeping it, but I'm going to keep this one sealed in shrink. Another thing about me is I love the Beatles. So I already had a copy of this Rock and Roll, but this was an upgrade for me. I'm keeping them both. If it ends out that ultimately I have to purge because of space requirements, and with my comic books, it's the same way. I have tons of comics, and ultimately I have a couple of dealers that focus specifically on Beatles, and I could very, very easily move my stuff with them. But they don't do bootlegs, by the way, right? They're really legit, but they certainly like these regular records. And but for now, I'm going to keep my multiple copies of rock and roll music. That was a nice upgrade. I always like myself some Joan Jett. This is a great and Bad Reputation. I don't know if you saw the movie. It's great. So I'm a big Joan Jett fan. Keeper. I'm a big Lita Ford fan too. I wish I had some more Lita Ford. I'm keeping this one. This was an upgrade. I'm keeping both copies. So if you're a record guy and you flip, how does Genesis do for you? Original Peter Gabriel Genesis kicks butt for me. So I'm keeping this, and one day I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to sell it at a premium. But this is in great shape, as you can see. I would say it's near mint minus. And the vinyl was near mint, and I haven't played it. I have to spin clean it first, so I really don't know how the vinyl is, but if it's as good as the cover, I'm all good. Tears for Fears. I love this. I already had a copy of this. I'm keeping them. I'm actually selling one off. This is not one of the bands that I'll keep multiple near mint copies, but this This is just a pristine copy. The other one is probably near mint minus, so that's going to the store in Chicago tomorrow. I will keep multiple copies of this. U2 Under the Blood Red Sky. This is a near mint minus. I think the other copy I had was a VG plus. If you like comic books, I mean, now I'm getting so picayune about it, right? But this was really a nice copy. Oh, I love me some Talking Heads. Always, and this is a duplicate as well. This was an upgrade for me. The other one, go to the Windy City. But I'm keeping this near mint copy for myself. Talking Heads. And what's the title of this? Little Confessions. I can't. Little Creatures. God, my eyes are so beat. Plus, I'm sun exhausted from today. I've been out, but I wanted to do this video so I can file my records. One of my favorite soundtracks. And as you can see, I'm kind of going, the way I'm revealing, as I'm sure you do your reveal videos, I'm going with the better stuff that I enjoy more. You're hearing the passion. This is an album that I love. I love it. Top Gun. Some of my favorite songs, by the way, is Cheap Trick, Mighty Wings. When I hear that, I wish I could fly a freaking fighter jet. You know, it's just like, God, it's so good. I love Cheap Trick anyway. I love Cheap Trick. That, you know, Buddy Carlos, the way he plays the snares on that, it's such a driving song. So, Mighty Wings. I love this whole soundtrack. I don't think there's a bad song on it, but this is an upgrade for me. This stays in my master bedroom. It's a great one. Vision Quest, another upgrade. This is a great record, Vision Quest. So, this is a VG copy. This is really not pristine. My other copy of Vision Quest is not pristine, but this is a good one, and I really love this. Matter of fact, so I'm just going to tell you, my favorite song in this is Change from John Waite, but Only the Young is really good. This is really good stuff, but Lunatic Fringe from Red Rider. And I always, again, I'm a Pink Floyd guy, hint. So, hint. But Red Rider, I always thought, you know, they obviously were inspired by Pink Floyd, but this is another great soundtrack. If you're comic guys watching this, and you could just download some music, download this. This is a great, when you're reading comic books, oofda, it's fantastic. One of my favorite bands. One of my favorite all-time bands. And this was an upgrade for me. I have 3 copies. I have a new pressing of this, and I have some of these original pressings. But this is the upgrade. This is going to be my go-to copy. The Cars. I have all the Cars records, and I love the Cars. But sometimes I just want to hear their hits, and sometimes I want to hear it on vinyl. So this is the 3rd copy I got. This is going to be my go-to copy. This and the one that I ended up buying, which is the new pressing, but you know, when you can get an original pressing and it comes in near mint, it's not in shrink, but boy, it's a beautiful copy. The Cars. I love the Cars. Okay, I'm down to my last 2. I was really happy to get this. The anthology for Marvin Gaye. So yeah, I do like rock. I do like metal, but you know, Marvin Gaye's got such soul. I'm really happy to own this. So this is new to my collection. I can't wait to listen to this. It's freaking great, Marvin Gaye. Now, I saved for last an album that I probably have 6 copies of. Many of them are near mint. This one is not a near mint, but I don't care. I am excited to have this copy of this in quadraphonic. I saw this, and I was so happy. You know, I got to look. I don't know when this came out, but while it is not a near mint copy, it's certainly a VG. There's a little dot there, white, missing, you know, something chipped it, but it's a beautiful copy. Everybody, this made my hunting at the Absecon Community Yard Sale all worth it. John, the comic guy, is happy. Pink Floyd. Now, if I had something like this on Wish You Were Here. Wish You Were Here happens to be my favorite Pink Floyd album. So just curious on what you guys think. If you're comic people, sound off. What do you think? Are you okay with me doing these music type of videos? I'm a record collector too, comics and records. If you are typically a record collector and you have never seen any of my videos, let me know what you think. How do you think John the Comic Guy does? I usually do comic videos, but again, I haven't gotten a lot of record collections. Every time I stop at a yard sale, they're saying, hey, records are coming back, right? Yeah, for the last decade. Wake up, dude. But yeah, come on. If you're a record collector, sound off. Tell me what you think. Are you good with this? You want to subscribe? Hit me up. Anyway, thank you so much. It's John the Comic Guy. Today I want to be John the Record Guy because I'm so freaking excited with how many records I'm keeping from this collection. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you're a comic person and you stuck with me, bless you, man. Thank you so much. If you're a record person and you like the content, I am going to do some reveals whenever I get a record collection. So hit me up, subscribe, and hopefully we're gonna be in touch. Welcome to the community. We'll talk to you guys soon.